Hey, this is Bishop George Johnson Jr. I'm back. I told you at the beginning of the year, it's your time. I've made a commitment this entire year to come on and share some nuggets and some tools that I have lived by, my wife have lived by, that has caused us to walk in victory, success, and triumphant living, and has allowed us to live a life where we're living our dream and stepping in our purpose. And so that's what we're going to do each week. We're going to come on. I promise that I made this commitment this entire year to come on and share these nuggets with you to help you walk in your purpose, walk in your dream, walk out that assignment that God has called you to walk in. The first week I came on and I told you, I said, it's your time. Stop waiting for people. Walk in it right now. Step in this moment. It's your time. And then I told you, you got to seize the moment. Stop waiting on people to approve you. Stop waiting on people to pat you on the back and say, go. No, you got to jump in it right now and seize the moment. And then last week I told you, I said, what's in your hand? I must have really preached that one because a lot of people called me and they said, man, that was a great word. So I came on here and I talked about that one. Guys, I want you to do me a favor. Help me to build my YouTube station. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow by 300 by the first quarter of this year. We're at 202. So if you can help me build this YouTube network, that would be great. So this week I want to come on. I want to talk to you about this one that we're calling this lesson for Indifference, the rocking chair of mediocrity. Indifference, the rocking chair of mediocrity. You ever met a person that has no passion about life? I'm telling you guys, that's probably one of my pet peeves. I cannot tolerate a person that's around me and they don't have passion. Yes, things may not be perfect. You may not be doing the thing that you want to do, but let me tell you something. You need to learn how to live life not being indifferent. You know, indifference is like, well, it doesn't matter. I don't care. So I wrote down a definition here because I wanted to make sure I clearly define this word of indifference. My wife and I, we travel around and we teach marriages and families how to walk in victory and purpose and how to do those types of things. And one of the things that will destroy your marriage faster than anything out there, besides cheating and finances, this will probably be in the top 5, of what will destroy a home and what would destroy a marriage. And that is this spirit of indifference. I don't want to call it a spirit. Let me say this attitude of indifference, just kind of willy-nilly going through life. And I called it the rocking chair of mediocrity because if you're not passionate about what you're trying to do with your life, let me tell you something, you're going to end up doing everything mediocre. So the definition of indifference is having no interest, unconcerned, no passion. And then I wrote down this word, just existing. You ever met people that are like that? They're just existing. They're not passionate about their life. They have no vigor about what they live. I've been accused of being over the top. Some people say that one person thought I was actually faking. But one of my ministry partners, they thought I was not. They said that you're not like that every day. They said, I want to see the real Bishop George Johnson Jr. And I was like, well, this is me. I wake up every single day and I live it like it's my last. One of my favorite quotes, and I live by this quote: stop living your life like you have 1,000 years left. Guys, you don't. You have right now. You have this moment. I don't know if y'all have been on planet Earth, but within the past year, do you realize how many people have left this earth and have not lived out their dream? Or they're just going through life simply existing. And then they're getting at the end of their life, whether it's COVID-19 or some other illness or something crazy has happened to them, and they have no passion in life, and they are leaving here. And then they're looking at talking about should have come to one. One of my, this broadcast go out to a lot of different people. Some people are Christian, some people are not Christian. It's when we talk about living your life, it's developed to reach all people. And so one of the things, guys, that one of my greatest fears is to stand before God, my maker. And he looked at me and he said, what did you do with the talent that I gave you? Did you do what I told you to do? No. I don't want God to be displeased with my life That's why I get up every day and I live it like it's my last. Because one day it will be. One day it will be my last. And I don't want to leave anything on the table of life. So I go after it with every fiber of my being. I was telling my class this week, I said, because they think I'm a little over the top too, and they said, Dr. Joseph, are you always turned up like this? Every single day I'm turned up about life because, guys, it's one of the wonderful things that God has given you. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. It's talking about a man, and he gave this man different talents, right? And he gave one man 10 talents. Okay, he gave another man 5, and he gave the man 1. And so he gave the man the 10 talents. The man went out and he multiplied those talents. I mean, he invested it, he multiplied. And when that guy came back and he asked for his 10 talents in return, he turned around, he gave him the 10 plus more. The man said, man, well done. Good job. Good job with that. The next person, same thing. He went out 7 times, I think it was between 7 and 5. He went out and multiplied it. The guy said, man, great job. But there was one man, he gave him 1 talent, 1 gift. You know what he did? He went out and hid it. He was indifferent. You know, came with all kind of reasons. He's only got 1, everybody else got 10, he got 5. Didn't maximize the moment. Didn't multiply the talent and the gifting that the master gave him. So when the master returned, he said, where's the thing he gave? He gave him back the exact same thing he gave him. And the man called him evil. He called him evil. You know what? Everybody else, he looked at him, he said, well done. You've been faithful over little. You multiplied. You've been faithful over little. But the man took the one thing. I don't know. What is your one thing? I don't know. What is it? You cannot be indifferent about it. You got to maximize it, man. You got to go after life with everything in you. One of my favorite speakers says this: if you are casual about your life, you will become a casualty. Guys, you cannot be casual about your life. You have to get rid of this thing called indifference. So I want to give you some points before I close out on how to get rid of this spirit or this attitude of indifference. Number 1, you got to find your why. One of my favorite speakers says, if you know the why for living, you can endure almost anyhow. You got to find your why. Why are you existing? Why are you here on this planet? Why did God put you here? But until you find that why, work what you have right now as if your very life depends on it. I don't care what it is. Work it with every fiber of your being. Number 2, you got to stop wishing. Oh, I'm wishing. Oh, I'm just a wishing. You know, I wish. I can't stand people that always just wishing and never always talking about their wishes, but they're not being about it. You got to go after with everything about you. Number 2, that goes hand in hand with wishing. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Waiting on the right moment. Waiting on the right time. Waiting on the right. Now is the moment. Right now. Today. It's the moment. Right now. Today. It's the moment to go after it. Right now. Right now is the moment. So you've been looking for somebody to approve you or agree with you. Okay, I agree with you. Go ahead, do it right now. Right now, do it. Stop waiting on the finances. One of my favorites, I come up with all kind of quotes. But Arthur Ashe says this. He said, use what you got and do what you can. Use what you got and do what you can. You may not have everything, but use what you got and do what you can. Number 4, stop worrying. Worrying, oh man. Stop worrying. Go after it, guys. Stop worrying. What if I make a mistake? You're going to make a mistake. Okay? So, you're going to make a mistake. What if they don't like me? They're not. They're not going to like you. What if they don't approve me? They're not. They're not going to approve it. So just stop worrying about that. Just go ahead and do it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. It's not going to be perfect, but go after it. And the last one, walk by faith. Stop worrying about your feelings. You're not going to feel good all the time. It's not going to feel picture perfect. But understand this. We don't walk by how we feel. We walk by our faith. Because your feelings can deceive you. But faith is the only thing that's assured.